Und guten Morgen. Hm, Moment. Moment, guten Morgen an die Anwesenden, an die Lörker, an den Cory natürlich speziell. Ich habe schon gesehen, der ist im Witcher 3 unterwegs. Äh, wo ist denn? Oh, was ist denn das? Äh, ja. So, guten Morgen. Heute da beim Auge. Ja, vielleicht haben wir ein blaues Guck halt noch irgendwie selber geschlagen. Yeah. Wurscht. Wir spielen halt weiter bei Outer Worlds 2. Ich fühle noch nicht das Ende. Klingt jetzt blöd, ist aber so. Mm. Cheers. Ich werde mir ganz schön der Statistik anschauen. Der Weltraum. Okay, bis 12. Dezember haben wir Videos vorgeplant. Sollte man dann auch noch fertig machen, glaube ich. Heute ist 28, heute kommt das. Was war denn das? Ah, das war Ding. Verstehe schon, weiß ich schon. La 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 la. Okay. I see. Sieh auch, was YouTube gefällt an Schwarz. Schlimm. Schlimm, sage ich. Schlimm. Oha. Okay, das ist die Kaffeemaschine. Das ist die Kaffeemaker-Maschine. Es fängt ja schon mal gut an. Haschnuf, Haschnuf, Haschnuf. Einfach 3. Einfach nein. Boah. So, der Nicke liegt jetzt sicher schon unter Messer. Na sicher ist er da. Warum soll er nicht da sein? So braucht er zu Glück, gell?
Look, I'm accessorizing. I learned it from watching you loot everything that wasn't welded in place.
Kätzchen. Ach, süß. Nur so. Nur so, ja. Ja, nur so. Mittlerer Manager. Ist das jetzt das, was ich glaube, dass ich tun kann? Ich wollte eigentlich die...
Why, looky here. It's our contractor to be.
Das Ganze wird schon wieder ein bisschen sehr
I
mysteriös.
see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or were you moved by our plight?
Sagst du ihm liebe Grüße. Benny ist super. Kannst du ihm alles fragen, Löcher im Bauch fragen. Voll super. Bist du hier? Ja! Ja, ist immer super Antwort.
Yes, you were inspired by our plight, or yes, you're here working an angle?
Super. Gut, das ist gerade einmal 7:15 in der Früh an einem Black Friday, okay? Ich gehe jetzt noch arbeiten. Obwohl, du bringst mir noch auf eine Idee. Wir sprechen gleich weiter. Habe ich da Black Friday Angebote? Erstens einmal muss ich da jetzt reinschauen. Das mal kurz anschauen. So was denn rausgeschmissen oder? Klar. Muss ich wahrscheinlich wieder nachher nicht haben. Ah! Was hast du denn gekauft, Wutti? Ausverkauft, ausverkauft, Angebot. Mein Warenkorb ist leer. Okay. Was ist neu? War bei neu noch was drin, was man... Es gibt ihn wieder. Okay. Dann mache ich auf die Nacht. Ah ja, Instant hat ja auch gerade wieder, gell? Ist das schon am Laufen? Check, ob du gewonnen hast. Nein, interessiert mich jetzt nicht. Oh, da schau her. Ich möchte auch noch PC, bitte. Oh. Borderlands Super Deluxe Edition für 68 Euro. Hm. ...16 Stunden noch. Das geht hier aus. Bis auf die Nacht. Hm. Das kann man, glaube ich, so lassen. Ja, wäre echt schön günstig. Borderlands 4. So, was tun wir da? Kann ich nicht... Ja, komm.
That'll work too. Whatever got you to our doorstep. Crate room. Allow me to summarize. We, the middle managers of the ACS Undisputed Claim, are over being passed over. See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've had it. We pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself, to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest, to help us climb the ladder.
Was hat er... Was? Jetzt hat der Kader wieder irgendwas aufgewichst. Ist erschlagen. Hey, ich weiß nicht, bei Borderlands 4. Ich weiß es nicht. Wolle. Was ist dein Problem? Genau, leg dich da her und gib einen Frieden. Geh mal so da. Geh mal so da, dass du da einfach hersetzt und einen Frieden gibst. Nö. Nö, nö, nö.
First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. Came up with this new drink, the Raptidon Bite. Everyone's dying to try it. We want the secret recipe. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day, with a mop and an armed escort. What's his story? What does he know?
And why is he always waving at everybody? And smiling, too.
Head back here when you're done with them two.
Ich könnte sie einfach umbringen. Aber ich nicht getan, was ich war jetzt so stolz auf mich.
That sort of thing gets attention, even around here.
Yeah, the sort of attention we don't need.
Ach, schade.
The third target we'll talk about after. Sort of a controversial figure around here. Consider him a concern for later. Anything else?
Geht das? Ja, geht. Ich wünsche noch was.
That's what we want to find out. And that whole smiling business, anybody that's secure in their place here has to have dirt on somebody. Something that we could capitalize on.
Die Angst heuer.
Oh, nothing so mundane. Alcantara's cornered the market with an innovative concept. Our grand vision is, okay, wait for it. Now he's done all the work, steal his idea.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me just say that we're all so looking forward to working with you. We can't wait to benefit from the fruit of your efforts.
Super.
See everybody? Things are looking up already. Upper middle management, here we come.
Ja, toll.
Sorry. Time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
Richtig toll hier. Richtig toll. Hat sie mir dazu, oder? Danke. Kann er gesehen. Jetzt ist das Knistern wenigstens weg. Schön. Na, 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 na. Na dann.
Hey, mister, any bits to spare?
Eine Bits zu spare, oder? Ich war ja schon mal zuerst bei dir, oder?
You seem like a go-get working hard or hard. Ever read the myth? You seem like it working hard or hardly working. That's rhetorical.
Da, 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 da.
Magota CB nutzt den monatlichen Gratis-Coupon. Hey Hu.
Mein Gott, du geile Sau! Hey ho! Danke für dein Prime Gaming.
With Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted.
Wo muss ich hin? Da schon.
Unnamed and clearly unimportant.
U-Bahn fahren, U-Bahn fahren.
Love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's choice.
Oh ja. Geiles Stück.
As your peerless leader rousing sporting match as much
Falls sich wer
as
fragt, warum ich meine
all
Fertigkeitspunkte
of
da noch stehen habe.
the big rift cut off Tossball news from home, but
Ich lasse das so stehen, damit ich, wenn ich es brauche, verwenden kann. Weil wenn ich jetzt schon level, dann habe ich nachher wieder das Problem, dann stehe ich vor einer Tür und komme da nicht rein und so habe ich noch ein bisschen Spazi. Ah, du bist so lieber, Gotta. Nur noch 5. Nur noch 5. Nur noch 5 Subs bis zum nächsten Emote. Dann habe ich wieder einen Slot frei, dann kann ich noch was reinballern. Durch meinen Twitch-Geburtstag habe ich ja 3 neue Emotes schon hinzufügen können. Das heißt, ich habe meine alten, die was ich ja Sitz gehabt haben mit geilere, habe ich wieder drin.
And Spectrum brand bandits. I'd pit our least bankable tossball team against the roster of pitchball pushovers any day of the fiscal week.
Also angeblich laut der Ding sind es nur noch 5 Subs. Aber ich weiß nicht, ob sich das mit meinem Geburtstag ausgeht. Weil zu meinem Geburtstag wird es nochmal die Subs günstiger geben. Das wäre am Mittwoch. Oh, für normal. Ich glaube schon, oder? Wir feiern Mittwoch Geburtstag. Am Mittwoch feiern wir mein Geburtstag. Nicht den Twitch-Geburtstag, sondern mein Geburtstag. Ja, Urlaub. Moment mal, was? Willst du den Streamplan nochmal umschmeißen vom Staffellauf? Moment mal, ne? Ich schau gerade mal. Was guckst du? Ist die mysteriöse Person? So bei dem. Wir fahren noch am 6. dann, am 6. Heu. So, am 6. Ja. Heu 50-50. Also von 5. auf 6. Heu frei, aber von 6. auf 7. muss ich arbeiten. Also wenn, dann kann ich erst am 7. wieder feiern. Ich weiß. Ich weiß. Ich hab das nur so gesehen, 2. Dezember, und denk mir so, ja, okay. Ist auch okay. Ich kann meinen Geburtstagsstream so planen, dass ich nicht zeitlich beschränkt bin. Ich kann streamen, wie ich witzig bin. Nein, es passt wie es ist. So, was muss ich jetzt da? Da. Das da. Melchiades Alcantara. Der klingt nach Alcantara-Leder. Kann man schon vorstellen, dass da wer ein Schädel reißt. Na, du bist der andere. Wer bist du? Du bist der Verdächtige. Bist du? Hey, stopp! Also mit dir kann ich nicht reden. Ich kann mit dir reden.
Something. Yeah, all the yelling. Could listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office. He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me.
Ach, das sind Cocktails. Ah, und übrigens, Wuti, was ich da sagen wollte. Es gibt gute Black Friday-Angebote, ja, aber man muss sehr gut beobachten. Und ja, das kann ich während der Werbung sagen, weil du hast...
The drink's quite a
Du
hit
hast
around
Turbo.
here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally kill to find it out.
Nö, warum? Ja, was mache ich nächstes Jahr mit? Das war so eine spontane Eingebung, dass ich einfach mal tue. So, no risk, no fun. Ah, ich habe bis jetzt noch nicht zugeschlagen, ich wollte woanders zuschlagen. Ich habe da so ein Mauspad auf meiner Wishlist, wo der Originalpreis jenseits von Gut und Böse liegt, kann man sagen. Um die 70 Euro der Originalpreis. Wobei inzwischen ist der Originalpreis bei 90 Euro. Das ist natürlich ein Witz jetzt drauf. Billiger, eine für mich, eine für Mutti. Geil. Ich wollte mir ein Mauspad kaufen. Anfang November habe ich schon gesehen gehabt, minus 50% für 34,90. Jetzt ist die Black Week, das ist also super bewerben. Auch minus 50%, aber, jetzt kommt der Haken, für 44,90. Ich warte jetzt auf den Weihnachtssale, da kostet wahrscheinlich dann 54,90. Dieses Mauspad hat RGB. Psychopath. Ach, das ist
Only
schon
every
wieder was.
day. But he's not as bad as most.
Oh.
If I did, I certainly wouldn't share it with the likes of you. Stuff sells hand over fist. Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care.
Na, ich habe jetzt erkannt nicht, ne, weil...
Till next we meet.
Natürlich, mit 60 Stufen auf, okay. Sein Büro? Das ist das. Na, hallo Unterberg. Also ich habe es jetzt noch nicht gekauft, ich habe nach wie vor noch mein Lorcaner Disney Unterlag da liegen als Mauspad. Ist auch ganz niedlich. Vielleicht kaufe ich mal so eins nochmal. Dass ich... Oh. Das schaut jetzt nicht gut aus, okay. Das ist jetzt, ich hab da leicht.
Keep it up and we'll name a vodka flavor after you.
Na, bitte nicht.
Have a profitable day.
Ich glaube, wir haben ein Problem. Dafür habe ich ein Problem. Diese Rezeptur kommen wird vielleicht doch noch schwieriger.
You're here from Melquiades Alcantara. Afraid you're a mite bit late.
I see.
Whatever they're working on, don't worry about it. All I know is their department alone is responsible for a 28%
Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
Kan det dæmpe det anti-clear om at det klappe hånden?
To me, as your chief executive, I've fostered a healthy, cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions.
Seems like you're not the only one. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour?
But I get results writ large in black ink on our balance sheet.
Ja. Ah.
Item, business is good.
Are you asking the questions now? Saw this work the other way.
But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive
No, that would make my day if you were to blame. I only cover internal rivalries. As an outsider, you'd be someone else's department to worry about.
any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is a
Chat, det braucht Wettervorhersage für nächste Woche. Ahahaha.
down 14% in net
Nein, brauche ich eigentlich nicht. Ist mir wurscht, ich sperre mir ganze Wochen daheim.
from every contract. Not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's
Ich glaube, das ist falsch, wenn ich einen Zwarer nehme.
between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers. There's a
We mostly just make sure no one's sloppy enough to get caught. If they do, we throw the book at them. And it's a large book. Leaves quite a mark. Of course we have laws. Anyone breaks a few in a flagrant or particularly inept fashion, they need to be held accountable, or everyone's bottom line suffers.
Warum soll ich das erwähnen, dass ich für mittlere Manager arbeite?
we have a wide range of goods for everybody.
Da verrate ich ja.
To the most bit-minded of
Ah,
we have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that
You're clear to saunter freely. Well, maybe someone over at the bottom runger knows something. But remember, taste more and feel less with Anti-Fizzo's Numb Rum.
Parasite found in an Anti's Choice product is provided free of charge.
Junge.
Property of Anti's Choice or its subsidiary companies, and the eating of said parasite absolves Anti's Choice of any legal responsibility in proceedings throughout the galaxy.
we took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means.
Keine Ahnung, was das jetzt wieder war.
We strive to be 110% whole plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence.
Ach, dieser Kater.
Was consumption of unavoidable
Manchmal habe ich den einfach nur erschlagen.
chemicals. With antis
Hat er schon mal gesagt? Ja, ich glaube, das habe ich früher gesagt. Yeah.
and all new getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his unnamed
Houston, we have a problem.
position within experience.
So, wo ist der Hausmeister?
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
The best choice. This.
Hey,
Fucker.
didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says, anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely. Ah, she don't go by that no more. Guess I'm still not used to calling her Auntie. Auntie. Huh. There, maybe that'll do it. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. If she saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to. Yeah, I've known her since back when I had all my appendages. Imagine me going to a saloon or something. Why, you might come too, even, to chit-chat. Well, I reckon I could do that. With you, I mean. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there, to the bottom runger, to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and our lives depended
Super.
on it.
Was mich vernünftig interessieren hat, wäre dieses Glasmauspad, aber ich glaube, das macht mir meine Katze nur kaputt.
Close enough.
Das ist ja nur der... Oh Gott, der hat ja nur noch seinen Kopf und seinen Rumpf. Was ist ihm passiert? Kann sich wer erinnern aus dem ersten Teil, ob er vorgekommen ist? Er hat sicher schon mal bessere Zeiten gehabt.
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just conversate? Not really. I mean, I've been over there, looking and stuff, but not over here, you know, imbibing and parlaying. Ah, this seat looks really comfortable. Oh, I'll stand. I honestly, it's a real pleasure to be here. Me, in an actual saloon, with someone to talk to, I mean. So, you want to start?
Ja, die können die Füße nicht wirklich wehtun, weil du hast doch nicht einmal...
Few years, maybe. Hail from Argos originally. Auntie and I both do. Kind of far from here, I think. Had everything. Mining, a garbage pile, sprats, slums, more mining. The works.
The works.
I always thought that, but just not out loud like that. Like sometimes when I'm cleaning this place, I find a bit or a timepiece or a half-eaten Sprat crisp bag. I turn them in just in case someone's looking for them, which earns me some weird looks. But I figure that's not trash to somebody who needs it. Way I came up, those are treasures.
This is Auntie Cleo.
First part I'm iffy on. Auntie's choice all got sent to a mining place. People hated it, but seemed no worse than where we came from to me. Then everyone started fighting. Next thing I knew, Auntie was in charge. Then we were on a ship a while before getting here. I'm not sure how I got to come along. Maybe Auntie had it sorted, being in charge and all. Eventually, I asked for something to do. I got a note, said pick any job on the ship. I chose this one. Folks back there said they had to guard me. That's the short version.
Positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns
You think so? Huh. I just thought it was because we've been friends for ever now. We look out for each other, you know, from afar. Reckon that's an ample amount of small talk, huh? What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe?
Oh, Gott.
Oh, Felicity. Felicity Carroll. Dr. Felicity Carroll, eventually. So, guess she's, Dr. Auntie Cleo now, technically? If that's how that works? She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity, back in the good old days, when the company still did, human testing first, instead of just letting stuff willy-nilly out into the wild like now. I was her best test subject. Well, I guess she remembers, huh? And now you do too, so, like, 3 alive folks out of everybody. Guess that makes us kind of special, don't it? Rarefied company. Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's Chaw. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation. Not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
Oh.
You think? I'd sure like to think so. Not that I'd want her to feel bad or sad or nothing. Aw, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
You don't say. Don't suppose you can think of any other fuzzy memories like that, or, less fuzzy ones?
Maybe I can remember other important things like that. I'll sure try. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you.
Notice you've got your own share of prostheses. Those from the garbage pile on Argos or testing on Numa?
Lost an arm back when we learned that antacid wasn't safe for skin. One foot was testing a Raptidon repellent where, I guess they were more just indifferent. I lose track.
Law.
Well, I haven't talked to her for, going on 40 years or thereabouts, I think. But, we were real tight when we were nubbins. When she approved my request for this role, I got a letter from her that said, dictated but not read at the end. Like she was talking right to me, or at me, maybe.
Pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient.
You're probably right. Sometimes thought it might be good to hear from her more, but I guess she's real busy. All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though. Sure. Is that a further reason people do it? Because I don't think it's for the taste. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, you ever have this empty falling feel? In your chest? Like that, I guess. I don't know, would hate to be rude. You come out with me and all.
T-zones then. Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated?
No, there's stuff I can't say things about. Not to somebody I just met for now, I reckon. Sorry. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good even.
Ihr habt jetzt alle Geheimnisse vor ihm. Okay. Sagt's, dass ich gut bin. So.
Look who's
Junge.
back. You. I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. wasn't too keen on our success. Melchiadja said she's meaner than a bag of raptidons. I'll miss his wit. The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us have pride.
Okay.
More's the pity.
Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrap. To fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality farmers.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Da har jeg en lift, damit ich in die Bar komme. Wahnsinn. Oh. Das schaut ja fast... Schaut nach einem Nobel-Etablissement aus. Oh.
Yes, may I help you somehow? Likely by reminding you that this is not the entrance for unwashed service plebes. Please go tell your manager to fire you. Then follow proper protocols, or we'll find other vendors to patronize.
My dear child, every day is a sale at Auntie's Choice.
Yes, you heard that right. Every day is a sale when you're
Oh, really? You think that you belong in our lounge, dressed like that? 3 sisty pigs in a trench coat would have a better shot at getting in than you do right now. The owner tasked
vil de da
me
kysse.
with maintaining the posh allure of the best choice, and you are hardly the kind of inestimable personage that would be proper to admit.
Erforderliche Information nicht entdeckt.
A significant contribution to my post-Boniface retirement fund.
I wouldn't pay one bit for that attitude, dear. I'm sure we can find other means inside.
Sure you will, peasant. Though you won't have any better luck next time.
Okay.
That vent appears person-sized.
Yep. Tja. Ja, so kann man nicht mehr. Ja, vielleicht draußen nur speichern sollen.
Nothing here to my taste, of course, but you enjoy yourself.
Hallo?
Everyone has their little hunch about which new product line will sell the most, but I say you need to ask the common bottom runger consumer. Would you agree?
Schaut alle ein bisschen betrunken aus, gell? Da, 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 da. Wer ist denn der Willard? Ah. Na? Ah. Oh, did you see?
See? They're letting in anyone now. Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right.
Okay.
Oh, say it isn't so.
Ja. Zumindest die Kölnerin hat weniger.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this.
Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. What? All this? Furtive mixing of cocktails is simply how I relieve stress in a productive manner. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melchiges Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything.
Sollen wir jetzt einfach machen und zahlen, oder?
I'll let you know we work only with the most high-quality forgers. This isn't some run-of-the-mill one-bit operation. The best choice is the Spectrum Violet of the Esplanade. Our patrons pay well to stake their claim as the most VIP of the VIP. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray. Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. Yeah, maybe just a little. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow.
Ich glaube, bei Rhetorik komme ich nicht hin, bei meine Punkte.
Here you are. One lightly bloody, slightly less secret recipe. All in all, a profitable day. Eliminated an important rival, got paid, and learned how to mix a new cocktail. Might have been a bit too liberal with the Raptidon venom, though. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
Kann ich es jetzt verpetzen? Alles darf ich mitnehmen. Hat da sonst noch was herin, was von Wert sein könnte für mich? Ah, das ist wieder schön. Geil, das haben die schon mitnehmen dürfen, aber ach. Haha.
How did you get in there? I'm giving your description to the proper authorities and reporting on you to our upper tier retail association.
Ach, tust du das? So, wo verpetzen wir die Orde? Wo werden wir die los? Ich weiß, wer es war. Ich weiß, wer es war.
You're back. What is it? Oh? How about you enlighten me then? Certainly sounds rather incriminating, and somewhat amateurish to boot. I'll look into it. Appreciate the information. But remember, taste more and feel less. Anti-Fizzo's numb rum.
Okay. Gibt's nichts Besonderes dazu?
The occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file.
For me to learn,
Temecula, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Head office tower.
Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff.
Hvad er det, Ubon?
How imaginative. And don't get me
Gucci.
Rule changes. Bronze, you want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you.
Kabums! Was ist das für scheiß Rezept, Tom?
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Hey, everybody, look who it is. All finished? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent? You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee.
Huh. A rumor had it she was one of the Schuyler line, old money family, type who looked down at anybody who worked for a living. Never seemed like her. I got a whole lot of insightful observations like that, you know.
Wait, there's been more than one Auntie Cleo? Explains a lot, now that I think about it. Like how she ain't a few hundred years old. Huh.
What else?
Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie, you know?
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder, the freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
Learn anything more? Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times. Didn't make the drink, or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying? Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last person of interest. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt. But he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is. You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before. Kind of a regular occurrence, really. But I swear, I ain't never...
I still have nightmares. Sometimes I think I hear his voice and I start to run.
Uh-huh. Likewise. Future generations will tell cautionary bedtime stories about that day.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay. We'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed-upon goal state. That's the middle manager handbook again. Real take charge stuff.
Höre den Mann mit der Mundmannmaske. Oh Gott.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Always Please remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our
Bin ich da jetzt ein
overbearing
Zweiter, oder?
Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now?
Okay, ich hab die falsche Station ausgewählt. Why not? U-Bahn fahren kann ich.
Testing, respecting your right to risk a few guessing side effects as an early adopter.
At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
So irgendwie runterkommen, oder?
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment.
Warte. Das schaut jetzt danach aus, dass das ist, was ich haben will. Gefängnis. Genau, knapp vorbei ist er daneben.
Wonderful. More of it.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the Brig are required to taunt the prisoners, at least to the best of their abilities. We hope you deeply enjoyed your visit to The Brig by Corporate Compliance.
Was bist denn du für ein geiler
Come
Ding?
to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it.
Product development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved.
Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? So, all right, I give up. What do you want?
Oh.
Experimental operations where top lab coats are doing pioneering confidential work in.
Frankly, that any of these rung leeches have a thought to spare for me over all the false hopes Auntie's hammered into them astounds me. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away.
Na, eigentlich nicht.
Appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determinism claptrap. Just two people haggling out a deal. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps. But me, in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. Not on me presently, no. They tend to take things off prisoners, you know? It's weirdly universal. Also wasn't wearing this reeking thing prior to being staged for public ridicule. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. Though I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
Wow. Und jetzt, na. Wow. Ich möchte eigentlich ja nichts zum Verkaufen. Doch, ich habe einiges zu verkaufen. Das mal Antis. Da, 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 da. All I need is my Antis. Na! Die Friesjacke wollte ich gar nicht verkaufen. Die wollte ich mir gehalten als Andenken. Wollen wir auch noch gehalten. Das war mein Ding. Meine Gasmasken, die gehalten waren. Zuerst so viel zahlen müssen, also muss ich den ganzen Scheiß jetzt. Ja. Okay. Also da muss ich rein.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it, and or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right, see that door behind me? It's suddenly somehow been left mysteriously unlocked. Pleasure doing business at you.
Wie bestechlich doch alles sein. Ich habe ein Kopfgeld. Oh, cool. Ich habe ein Kopfgeld. Das interessiert mich nicht.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. What is it?
Nix.
We hope you've deeply enjoyed your visit to The Brig by Corporate Compliance.
Was? Ich habe mich schon verhört. Könnt ihr bitte reinkommen und die Tür zu machen? Schon besser. It's not the best choice. Fast. Ohne Hooligan. So, ich hab dein Ding und jetzt?
What? You forget what you needed to do? Get going. The next irritating voice I hear on that loudspeaker, I want to be my own.
Okay. Auntie's choice. Käsecracker für mich. Warum ist der Zug fahren?
Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake. Society is based upon, not because we worship beasts, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decides what you get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolous, lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait?
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate This is ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of Spacer's choice.
Sie werden mich hassen.
But none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Mobility.
Kehre zum Mann mit der Mondmaske zurück. Was ist los mit Pizzi?
Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Head office tower.
On an oligarchy, say what you will of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, can't tell the difference.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. And we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior-ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled by that self-determinism claptrap. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly. This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such.
Okay. Okay, also, wenn sie Arcadia übernehmen kann. Aha.
No thanks. Once Spacer's Choice is back in control, I'll be running this place in no time.
Meine Katze, ne? Okay, that's it. Und nun kehre zum mittleren Manager zurück. Ja, dann kehren wir zum mittleren Manager zurück. Gut, dann pennen gut die 1-2 Stündchen. Ne? Schönen Lurk und schön, wenn das Licht eingerichtet ist. Was ist, bitte? Polly wants a cracker, ne? Du. Ich glaube nicht, dass du das magst. Polly wants a cracker. Du.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Bin wieder da.
Any update on the man in the Moon
Just
Man
bits.
mask? Heard the announcement. Assume that was your doing. Wait. What?
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
Wait. This is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed. This may call for an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, contextually.
Check. Wow, das Spiel machen fertig. Du undankbarer kleiner Scheißer. Ah, ja, geil. Ah, ja, oder bei gedruckter die Daumen.
Yeah, right. Pay you and you'll go sell the secret to someone else. And someone upstairs will find out, and we'll all get killed. Guess the executive decision's getting executed then. Attack!
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to break your heart. Der ganze Aufwand für... Ja. Well. Dann kann ich jetzt den Rest auch noch ausräumen, falls noch was sein sollte, oder? Hey, cool. Was mache ich jetzt da herum? Oh. Ja nun. Für was soll der überall aufgehen? Und dann nichts ist? Fast ein bisschen langweilig, aber nur fast. Ja.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Was machen wir nun? Kultisten beende den Streik. Klingt doch Spaß. So. Oh. Ach, ich mag das mehr. Marisol. Was hat Marisol? Kettenlähmung. Nehmen wir das da. Klingt interessant. Karte. Inkognito. Gehen wir Lucy besuchen. Oh, Lucy. 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 Lucy.
Fizzo's Purpleberry Bunch. Suck it, chew it, you can do it.
Lucy! Wo ist mein Lucy? Oh mein Gott, wo ist Lucy? Lucy, wo treibst du dich herum? Meine Lucy ist weg.
Over here.
Ja, ich weiß, mit dem muss ich auch noch rennen. Dem muss ich was übergeben. Oh, meine Lucy. Where is Lucy? Wo ist Lucy? Wo killt Lucy? Irgendwer hat mal Lucy umgebracht. Da ist keine Lucy mehr. Lucy! What are you doing da? Lucy! Kannst du bitte wieder in deinen Keller gehen, wo du hinkehrst? Was ist denn das da? Das Viech macht mir fertig. Da ist die Asa, das auf Sernan. Tristan möchte sprechen.
That miserable scum! To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the sovereign. I shall not rest until the consul pays for his treachery and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated.
Telefon, Entschuldigung.
Were they still the Protectorate, such would be a traitorous aim to entertain. But a Protectorate led by the Consul is no Protectorate at all. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed. I shall attend to that matter once it presents itself. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind, and the others got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me? Fella from my old unit. Good buddy of mine before I was discharged. I didn't get the chance to say goodbye after the grafting procedure. Didn't have a way of reaching out, neither.
wieder da. Ja, was soll ich sagen? Was soll ich sagen?
Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Wo sind wir? Achso, das heißt doch nicht da. Okay.
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you do, Inez, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me?
Ja.
I don't even know how to answer that. I thought I might be able to see him again when all this was over, but I can't. All I can think to do now is get moving. Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
Ist das jetzt ein Begleiterding? Das heißt, wir werden Marisol und Ines auf Kloster mitnehmen, damit wir das erledigen können. Geh halt her, da, du Scheißteil. Okay. Achso. Moment. Beende den Streik. Ja. Beenden wir mal den Streik, bevor wir wieder auf Klöster reisen.
Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss.
Ich weiß nicht.
Relax, Commander. You are not under my authority to judge. Though if you were, that phrase alone would have certainly seen you hauled off to mental refreshment. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it, but with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul. I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths, but little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt. If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He too seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he too supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship. Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience. I feel this shall most certainly set our investigation into motion.
Vox-Relais-Station. Okay, die ist auf Paradise Island. Da haben wir auch noch was zum tun. Oh mein Gott. Tja. Paradise Island, okay. Ja, aber wir werden jetzt einmal den Streik schlichten. Gut. Round 1. Fight. Okay, ich hab da nichts gefunden. Gut. Das andere war auf Kloster. Da haben wir jetzt nur Streik machen. So, bei wem war der Streik? Da hinten drinnen. Okay. Ah ja. Mal sehen. Holen wir mal.
If you're here to picket, we'd love to have you join our movement. Otherwise, I've got more important things to deal with. Well, that's great news! We'd love for someone to bring that sniveling sprat dunk to the table to negotiate. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor. That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable.
We don't want to make demands, but no.
Das heißt, ich kann jetzt müssen die das seitlich aufmachen können, oder?
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Lust til meine?
No more bottles on factory floors.
Okay. Dummes was? Oh oh. Ah, jetzt ist offen. Ah, jetzt ist offen. Da, 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 da.
Frustrations don't normally involve, you know, an actual event.
Hello? Hello? It's not the best choice. Brauche das irgendwie? Nein. Oh, la, la, la. Glücksspread. Na, das lassen wir jetzt so, wie es ist. Ich glaube nicht, dass das eine gute Idee war. Gut, das ist auch keine gute Idee. Ah doch, das ist eine super Idee. It's not the best choice. So, was haben wir da drinnen? Umetikettierung. Er ist schon eine Woche unterversorgt. Das Disziplinarmaßnahmen. Ich bin der Problembeseitiger. Wow. Messungsmaterial, geil. Das glaubst du doch wohl nicht selber, oder?
Avoid the strike. They should be after blood.
Gut, dass ich da zuerst eine bin. So, hello. Also hinterm Sessel. Guck, was das ist.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice, and if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Angie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear?
Hallo? War das Verhandler? Ein Verhandler.
Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work.
Ich bin gemein, ich bin so brutal.
My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. We've only got a few guards, and they've got a lot of skulls. Plus, they may have made mention that if a ruckus starts, they'll make sure it includes me. So we're apt to try a parley first. That is, my team insists. They're very protective. They, cherish me. Yes, they cherish me. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer? Dumbly? Dunbar. It's Dunbar. If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons.
Please, what?
Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished.
Okay.
I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
Do us proud. Ich würde es einfach gerne erschießen, aber... Es ist versiegelt.
Heads up! Make some space! We've got a sanctioned, non-employee professional caller coming out!
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time! No more bottle dog factory!
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Settle my complaints? How exactly you planning that? Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is poor labor retention techniques. What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that.
They work 20-hour shifts, which requires stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right, that.
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work, right? Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
Glaub mir's, ich hab Dinge gegen sie in der Hand. Werden wir schon was hinkriegen. Oh la la. Ja, ja. Warum ist das versiegelt? Kann ich das irgendwo aufmachen? Nun denn.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays? 12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. A lunch break, you say? I suppose that might be a compromise I could make. It would still be a black eye on my sterling reputation, but at least it would get them back to work. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want?
Toiletten.
They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans. I suppose that is true. They are probably not doing their best work if they are distracted by their biological needs. Fine. They'll be unlocked. But breaks will be unpaid. What more do they want?
Na, Kollegin.
Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy.
Ja, nun.
What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing.
Deine persönliche Gier ist der wahre Grund für diesen Streik.
What? No, I would never. That's slander and or libel. And you can't prove a thing. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want?
Wollen wir eine Handvoll Pizza haben? Ist das übertrieben? Ja.
Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time, and you'll get all the bits I got on me. Is there more they ask? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
Wir sehen ihn dann bald wieder rein, oder?
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? Is she willing to see reason? Well, I'm not gonna pretend that's satisfying news, but at least we'll have, some relief. That beats, acting like we're holding it all day. What's next? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next?
Okay.
Excellent. What progress have you made? I suppose it's better than nothing. Well, it's not the outcome we were hoping for, but these changes will make our return to work much more palatable. Thank you for your help.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair cream now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all. It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
I suppose that passes for a happy ending among these corporatists. Excellent work, dear.
Gehen wir zu heute wieder zurück. Schaut er das an, Streik ist beendet. Bis alle brav die Arbeit. Oh, jetzt ist er offen. Also, die andere Seite wollte wissen. Ah!
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Zu deiner, oder? Masse. Der kann nichts da, okay. Gib mal wieder. Ba, ba, da, da, da. Okay, habe ich auf Bretter noch irgendwas? Nee. Ah! Klöster. Klöster. Wo ist mein Landepunkt? Bitte was? Ich möchte dazu keine Erklärung abgeben. Bei mir ist noch nichts da. Ach Gott. Ach Gott. Jo, na eh. Mal. Ich habe aber die richtige E-Mail geschickt. Ja, ich habe die richtige E-Mail. Kinder. Gehen wir das so? Dahin.
Tramicular. Arriving any moment now.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice.
Welcome
done.
back. We understand you've been a very busy little manty wasp. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
Ja.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Niemand ist glücklich, aber alle sind zufrieden.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report? Now that's the compelling attitude we love to see in an ameliorator. Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
Marketing ist eine Kunst. Ach Gott.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important? Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well. Well, got what we needed. Sometimes a body count can't be helped.
Better in the ground than in our enemy's employ. Nice work, my ameliorator.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology, and that will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology. Oh, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations. Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo.
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization?
Nummer 3.
Good. Good. If only more employees shared your dispassionate air, I'd spend less time burying workforce resources complaints. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Oh, my security team would never allow it. But a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same.
Oh mein Gott.
If you don't like it, don't do it. If you believe peace worthwhile, pursue it further and complain elsewhere to anyone but me.
Yeah,
Have
it's
Ruth
good.
reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door.
Okay. So, Rhetorik. Rhetorik. Das weiß ich sogar ausgegangen. Sprengstoffe, naja. Da haben wir mal alle Punkte verteilen. So, was haben wir da? Abschütteln. Markenfan. Gut. Was steht? Brauchen wir seinen Auftrag.
Let's try this again, Rao. Auntie is bringing the free market to Arcadia. The free market is what allows anyone to choose their path in life. The free market is good.
Free market? Ah, preposterous. If it were free, anyone could take what they wished at any time.
It ain't free like that. It's free in the sense that it's been liberated from outside control. Like the Earth Directorate, or your sovereign. Folk can buy what they want, when they want.
What if someone needs something they cannot pay for?
Then they are free to take on work until they can pay for it. Look, in our society, we ain't limited by ration cards or clearance levels. Only by our industriousness. Inspiring, right?
Yes. The idea of the multitudes needing to slave for basic necessities is truly inspiring. Feelings of revulsion.
Das wird nichts in dem Leben. Dann sind wir jenseits von Eden. Bam, 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 bam.
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once.
Ja. Neuer Influencer-Subtyp. Gut, meine lieben Herrschaften, wo müssen wir hin? Da müssen wir hin. Okay. Here we go again.
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price.
Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now, I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
Hvad du? Even a small talk.
I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. All the easier to slide a blade between your ribs. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you. Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
Bitte, was tust du?
For the same reason that a sprat would not answer a Canid's invitation to dinner.
Not quite how I would put it. We simply do not answer to the Consul. I viewed answering his summons as contradictory with my present duties, and chose to ignore them.
If you had nothing to hide, you would have answered his summons. Now, I'm here to make certain you can avoid them no longer.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
Danke, Biest.
Do you expect me to believe that? Not only are you not in shackles, but you're also still alive. I can't imagine Arbiter Rao would have allowed that willingly.
Yes, we were going to find their stash of contraband protectorate rations, with all the labels crossed out. Architect preserve us.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation.
Uh-huh.
I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another. If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my failing, I will suffer the consequences head high. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks.
Alles klar.
That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. Yes, but never for long, and it's been many years. I also have no recollection of any hidden room, so we may have some hunting to do. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Okay. Ah ja, genau, Tristan hat auch was. Muss ja passen. So. Reise dorthin und zieh dich um. Paradise Island. Das bin ich ja. So, jetzt einen zweiten Landeplatz. Wahrscheinlich. Ah. Das ist nicht mehr das Ding. Okay. Ja nun. Warum steht der da herin?
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. These security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
Okay.
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops, lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered. Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
Mm-hmm.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Okay. Oh Gott, ich kriege jetzt schon die Krise mal das hier. Ich hab keine Beobachtung, leck mich am Arsch. Ich trau dem noch nicht, weil das da. Okay, zuerst einmal da lang. Okay. Na dann. Verlasse ich mit einem Cliffhanger. Because I can.